And she was like, what are you talking about? I've been asleep the whole time. And I literally said nothing to my mom. I just froze because I'm like, what? Like, hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Haitian Barbies. Now, I haven't been on here in months, but we have a lot to catch up on, and since it's October 1st, I wanted to release a video for you guys. Hopefully this actually comes out October 1st. But as you can see, I'm wearing my spooky PJs. I just feel like, you know, I just wanted to tell some scary stories that happened to me living in my old house. If you don't know, you should definitely go watch my life update, which was the last video before this. I posted that I moved. If you know me, then you know in that old house, we have a lot of stories, including me and some of my other family members. So stay tuned. Yes. And if you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, and leave your comments down below. And disclaimer, these are real events. And if you don't believe in the paranormal, be respectful, because, you know, to invalidate people's real experiences is non-decorum-ish, so have some decorum. So the first story I'm going to tell you guys about, it has to do with my mom. So I'm Catholic, and we believe in like the Holy Trinity and stuff. And if you're Catholic or religious, you would know that it's believed 3 a.m. is the devil's hour. Ironically, I didn't realize this until I looked it up myself, because a lot of stuff really would happen around like 3 a.m. So in high school, my mom would wake us up at like 6 a.m. No, not even, like damn near 5, about to go into 6, because I had to be in my school exactly at 7:45, and I had to take public transportation. So she would wake us up, but you know, like when you get the routine of like waking up, sometimes you even end up waking up before the alarm clock go off. So my mom would do this thing where she would wake up, use the bathroom, and like, because our door couldn't close all the way, I would be able to see like if somebody opened the lights either in the bathroom, her room, or hallway, whatever, because our room was like facing a way I can just see. And I would hear her too. I had gotten into the habit of waking up before she came to get me, because like my body was just so conditioned to wake up at that certain time. And I remember this day that I woke up a few minutes earlier, and I heard her leave her room. Like, I'm talking about like actual footsteps. And then I heard the footsteps go into the bathroom, and I knew it was the bathroom because I saw the light that for the bathroom. Like, if you know your house, you just know. I literally lived there damn near all my life. And I'm like, I kept my eyes closed. I'm like, no, I'm gonna just act like I'm asleep. And then when she come in, I'm like, 5 more minutes. I always do that to her. So she used the bathroom, but instead of coming into my room like she usually would to tell me and my little sister Gabby to wake up, she just called me from the hallway like, oh, Jenny. Like, I don't even remember too much because it was so like long ago, but I do remember her calling my name. And I was like, 5 more minutes, and like she didn't respond. So I was like, okay. So I sat up, I looked at my phone. I have a bad habit of like checking social media immediately when I wake up, and I realized it's 3 a.m. Keep in mind, I never heard my mom walk back to her room. The lights were still on, so I'm assuming she's in the bathroom just looking at me like, when she gonna wake up? And I look and I see it's 3 a.m. in the morning, like literally. And I'm like, why would she wake me up at this time? Is she tweaking? So I called her, because I really didn't feel like getting up and I was tired. So I called her on the phone, and I was like, Mom, like, she was like, hello. I didn't realize it, but she was actually asleep when she answered the phone. She's like, hello. And I was like, Mommy, why would you wake me up at 3 a.m. in the morning? It's not time for school yet. And she was like, what are you talking about? I've been asleep the whole time. And I literally said nothing to my mom. I just froze, because I'm like, what? Like, I'm not even thinking nothing paranormal. I'm just confused. Like, what you talking about? You in the hallway right now. But at the same time on the phone, she sounds asleep. So, kid you not, I look at the doorway because the lights were still on. Why the lights turned off? And you ain't even hear no footsteps like go back or nothing. It just turned off. I was not leaving that room because what? I watch a lot of scary movies, so why would I take my black self to go check out what's going on in the hallway? I'm not Scooby-Doo, and I'm definitely not Ghostbusters. I'm staying in my room. And I think I just went back to sleep, and I told my mom about it the next day, and she was like, because you don't pray when you go to sleep. You know how Haitians are. So the second story. I was taking a shower. This is very short. I was taking a shower, and then like usually my sister will walk into the bathroom to pee. Like, you know, we don't have no privacy in a Haitian household. And my shower curtains were closed, but like the way that the fabric was for the shower curtain, like you could just see the silhouette of somebody when they're in the bathroom standing. Because my bathroom was small. I heard the door open and somebody walked in. And then I'm like, washing my face. I'm like, oh, Gabby, something. So I'm just talking, thinking it's my sister. And next thing you know, it didn't respond. And kid you not, I described it like Abraham Lincoln. Like, you know how Abraham Lincoln, dumb tall, he got that hat on. Like, it was like, and if you look up sleep, what's that word? Sleep paralysis. People usually say that they see this like shadow figure who he looked the same, like he real tall, he got like this Abraham Lincoln hat on, and that's the figure that I saw, except it was taller and like skinnier. Like, I'm talking about, like his arms almost looked inhumane, and it was like going like this, leaning towards me like that with his hand. And so naturally I'm like, I pulled back the curtains, like, what? It was nobody there, y'all. From that, and that's actually the reason why years after, even when I moved on campus, but I would never keep the curtains closed all the way because of that experience. Now I close it, but it took me all the way till senior year of college to finally close my shower curtains. The next story, so at the time, my family from Haiti, they came here and they were living with us for a while so they can get on their feet. So me and my sister and my cousin, we called ourselves the Triple Trouble. The whole family called us that. So we were always together. Where you see one, you see the other. I was in the kitchen washing the dishes. Keep in mind, I would have been in there for a minute because it's like all these people in my house. And to speed up the process, my little cousin would come in. Her name was Crystal. She would come in, and then she would, like, every time I rinsed something, she put it back. Or she would just come in and lean against the kitchen like that. The fridge. I'm washing the dishes. My back is turned towards whoever is gonna walk in, and I hear somebody come in and lean against the fridge. So naturally I'm thinking it's Christelle, my cousin, because if this is like a routine, you're gonna be conditioned not to think anything of it. So I get the talking. I don't even remember what I was saying. I was just talking because I'm thinking it's my cousin in here, and I'm thinking we're about to have a ball. And I look and I realized she just wasn't responding. You would think I would learn my lesson when these things happen, to think, oh, it's not who I think it is. I turn around, just a quick little like that, and then it hit me. I seen this little boy's sneakers. Yeah. It looked like the sneakers came out of like the 1970s or something, like something out of Blue's Clues. It actually was beat up, like the little boy was playing in like dirt all day. Like the shape of the front was like this, and it was blue. It was kind of like old Converse. And I'm like, when Christelle start rocking them? Mind you, the sneakers look like it would be for like somebody who's like 5 or 4, and my cousin was definitely like, I think probably 8 or 9 at the time. So I'm like, what? And I turn around again, and it's nobody. So at this point, I got chills. Literally before I could even say anything, because my sister was in the living room, she was dancing. My cousin was actually in the dining room. So it's the living room, dining room, the kitchen. My sister screams, and she run into the kitchen. I'm like, what's wrong with you? But how? Like, because I literally didn't even get the chance to tell anybody what happened to me. because my sister screamed, so I'm naturally in big sister mode. What happened? Why she said she seen a shadow, like, standing on top of the staircase. Now, keep in mind, the lights were closed in the hallway and the staircase. And I'm not gonna lie, when I'm in the living room and I sit on the couch that faces like the stairway, I always get a bad feeling like somebody's standing up there. So I'm not surprised. Kid you not, then I see this so I'm like walking to the dining room, we about to tell my cousin together, and I'm like, yo, it's funny because I just seen a little boy. Christelle come in, talk about she seen a little boy in the dining room. I'm like, what? So we had a bed that was in the dining room. My uncle lived there because there was a lot of people in the house. It's my mom's other brother. And then she had like this curtain to block off the bed to kind of give him like a mini room inside the dining room, to like block off his space with the rest of the dining room. She said she saw the little boy sitting on his bed and like his head peeked over the curtains because curtains hung low. So, and then while she's telling me this, I seen the shadow like running past me like real fast. So it's like the fact that we all three seen the similar thing. I think Gabby just wasn't the one that seen the little boy. That was just a lot that night. So ever since that day, we made a pact, specifically me and my cousin, because she was a ride or die. We made a pact that whoever's in the kitchen, we're not gonna leave them in the kitchen by themselves, because that had a lot of activity in there too for some reason. Even my aunt, like, she had an experience too. I can tell you that real quick before I tell mine. So one day, all three of us would sleep, and keep in mind, my cousin Christelle, her parents were sleeping in the middle room, which you had to pass the middle room, literally the middle room, to get to our room. And she had her door open and she was tending to her son at the time. And she said she saw like this woman, well, this female pass her room. So she thinking, oh, one of the kids is up. So I guess she probably was calling us, asked for help. I don't know what the deal was, but she went to go check up on us because she felt like, hold on, something ain't right. And she saw the three of us was sound asleep. Who was that person that walked into that room? So yeah, it wasn't just the kids that had the experiences, it was like the adults too, but it was mainly Christelle that really went through it. So the last story is, I was coming home winter break, I believe, and you know, college students, we get out earlier than like regular students. And keep in mind, when I'm at college, I kind of forget about all that stuff, because when I visit on the weekends, I'm like gone as fast as I can. So I don't really have much to say. I just know that you ain't gonna catch me downstairs past 2:50. I'm in my bed by 3, period. And you're not gonna catch me in the basement. That's that. Like, my sister was at school. My mom was at work, my dad was at work. It was only me in the house. By that time, my whole other family had been moved out there. And then I was like in front of the TV on YouTube, and then the staircase is to the back of me. I heard somebody open the door and leave the middle room. And then they start walking, footsteps walking, and they about to head down the stairs. Keep in mind, that morning when I passed the middle room, it just wasn't feeling right. If you know, you just don't go near my middle room, because it has the most activity actually. The way that my living room is set up and I'm in front of the TV, I didn't even want to see what was coming down the stairs, because I'm telling you, I was home alone. I had went to my mom's room to fetch food. I know I was home alone. And I literally was wearing a spaghetti strap shirt in the cold because the heat was on in the house. I had a spaghetti strap shirt with shorts, no socks on, just sundaling up here, just only sandals on my feet. You can imagine, I think y'all know where I'm getting here. I ran outside just like that. I didn't grab nothing. I don't care. I ran outside and I sat, and I closed the door, and I sat on the stairs for hours until my sister came home. And then my sister finally shows up, and she's like, I tell her, she's like, oh yeah, I hear it all the time. I said, what? So I'm concerned because, like I said, I forgot when I moved out, I was leaving my sister to deal with stuff by herself. And then it hit me, why are you surprised? So at that point, she's kind of got used to it, but you know, I just came back and I was like, ew. So anyways, those are a few scary stories that has happened to me in that old house. I do not live there anymore. Good luck to whoever's in there. And I have, like I said, more to tell, but I wanted to keep this short and simple. If you guys want more, let me know. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and look out for a life update part 2. Bye guys.